If you're looking for some words of wisdom to help get you through your day, look no further than the book Meditation. This classic work by renowned philosopher Marcus Aurelius offers a profound and thought-provoking perspective on life. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Brain Up. In this video, we'll explore 10 of the most memorable quotes from the book and what they can teach us about living a meaningful life. From the importance of self-awareness to the power of compassion, these quotes offer timeless insights that are as relevant today as they were over 2,000 years ago. So sit back, relax, and let's explore some of Marcus Aurelius's greatest words of wisdom. The first quote is, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quotation is about discovering a basic truth about life. While many statements emphasize pleasure originating from inside, since we live in our minds, this encompasses the rest of the game. We are the only ones who have control over our minds. Yes, we may fail to use that power and let it float with the tides of the day. This may lead individuals to feel that the outer world and events have influence on our brains. But this is not the case. The outside world may put pressure on us, but we decide what we will do. We will either concede or resist, or we will find another route. There will always be a cost, but that is part of life. We will discover immense strength once we comprehend that we are the only ones who have the ability to alter our beliefs. That simple awareness gives us the courage to confront the next obstacle and select what we will. Now let's move forward toward our next quote, which is, "Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them." Life is packed with so much wonder and beauty that the spirit might suffer from being overwhelmed by it all. Every instant of life has a touch of creativity, a kernel of pure beauty. Even in the ugly, there is beauty to be discovered. However, often the beauty may be found in the lack of the apparent. Beauty is a contradictory, ever-changing, ever-redefining concept. It's both abstract and absolute, one-of-a-kind yet universal. Life's beauty is even more transcendent and undefinable than physical beauty, which often falls into incorrectly defined cultural acceptance. Life's beauty is all that makes life valuable, everything that gives life its deepest, most spiritual, and mystical significance. How often do you stop in your day to reflect on life's continual beauty? How frequently do you interact with the magnificent that surrounds you? To withdraw from life's sheer confusion and conflicting elements implies to detach from life's beauty. Yes, life is messy, confusing, unpredictable, astounding, perplexing, magnificent, and beautiful. That is the beauty of it. Life is so much more than a continuous stream of day-to-day occurrences that happen with mind-numbing regularity. That's only a means to an end. You must eat, sleep, and move. How you pay attention and choose to interact is what gives life its depths, meanings, and beauty. By living, by going beyond the surface of existence, one chooses to be interested, to interact, to seek out the beauty in life, and to step into their full strength. On number 3, we have, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." The phrase reminds us that what people say is their opinion, not reality. It may be a well-respected and well-informed view, but it is still just an opinion. Similarly, the proverb reminds us that our sight may fool us and that not everything we see is what is actually there. Our imaginations often add in elements that are not truly there. Our thoughts and ideas affect everything we see and hear. We're not the greatest at being precise. However, if we realize our flaws and shortcomings, we can make room for these mistakes. We may be more accurate and specific in our descriptions of what we heard and observed if we comprehend what is going on, rather than pretending to be infallible. Another most famous quote is, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." These are some strong words. The more you think about it, the more you understand how much your ideas influence who you are, how you feel, and how you act. It's so simple to feel unhappy and angry on certain days, but after a while, you realize such ideas are so poisonous for us and our well-being. So, wherever possible, strive to be cheerful, joyful, appreciative, and to think of good ideas to nurture the spirit. When you first saw these beautiful peppers, you couldn't believe your eyes. So beautiful and lively, yet it can imply so many different things. From a distance, they seem to be flowers. They are not edible and may be harmful to certain organisms, yet they have an intriguing type of beauty to them. Now let's discuss the 5th quote. "Accept the things to which fate binds you. and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. We essentially create our own destiny via the everyday decisions we make, which are mostly responsible for generating the conditions and possibilities we either take advantage of or fail to take advantage of. Nonetheless, there is wisdom in the notion conveyed in that remark. You may spend your days spinning your wheels whining about what you don't have, or you can spend the same hours appreciating what you do have. Or even better, develop plans, set goals, and work smart and hard for what you want while appreciating what you have, however small it may be, and feeling thankful and grateful to have anything at all. Put your heart and soul into what you do. Have a strong interest in what you do. You're going to do it anyhow, so why not go all out? The sixth quote is, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." While this looks to be an unusual German to English translation, the quote's substance stays the same, and a lengthier version is supplied at the bottom of the article. The phrase talks about the moment of death and how it is inappropriate to be afraid of it. Life arrives and life departs. As birth is the beginning of our trip, death is the finish of the line. There is nothing to be afraid about. Instead, the remark asks us to question if we have genuinely lived or just existed for some time. It indicates that we should live naturally, which is his way of meaning correctly. The extended quotation concludes by stating that those who have genuinely lived will be worthy of the cosmos that created them. That's a great idea. The seventh quote is, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." That is completely correct. The future might be bleak. We can never predict the unexpected effects of our actions, but does it mean we can't do the wrong thing now? Nope, it doesn't. We are prepared for whatever the future holds. If danger comes knocking, we'll be home, because, as we've already said, we have a heart for any destiny. That's what struck me as odd about Seneca's choice. He previously survived indeed, masterfully navigating 4 prior emperors before Nero. Was there one more? He had the means to do the right thing and accept the repercussions of his actions. He just persuaded himself not to use them. Don't do it. You've improved. You're well prepared. You've got it. The eighth quote is, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." Yes, how we believe influences the kind of life we lead. It's all in our heads, and it's true. We sense a lot of things, which is how the world around us is constructed. As a result, having control over our ideas is critical. You will see that if you begin to think positively, you will be able to identify chances in everything that comes your way. On the contrary, if your thinking operates in a negative manner, you will become gloomy about everything. It all relies on how you want your brain to churn, and that is precisely how your life appears. We go about our daily lives, and our ideas cause us to believe things all over again. We make decisions based on how we view things rather than how they are. As a result, it is essential that we think positively and optimistically. Only then will we be able to live a happy life. You might sense a nice vibe inside yourself if you are constantly lively and cheerful. That is where the majority of the magic happens. People with a good attitude are constantly willing to take on new tasks, and the greatest part about them is that they are usually willing to see things as they are. They are headstrong and determined, and would never hesitate to take on difficult conditions. People with a negative attitude, on the other hand, seem to be sad all of the time. They are the ones that keep feeling down, and they will accept their defeat long before they have even played the game. The way we think is mostly determined by ourselves. None else but ourselves will pave the route for our own ideas. If you ever want to give your mind a rest, you may do so via meditation. You should also keep yourself inspired by watching inspiring films, listening to motivational lectures, and surrounding yourself with good people. The ninth quote is, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking." The insight is to recognize that pleasure comes from inside ourselves, from our way of thinking. It is not always found in tangible things. Material items may improve your life in certain ways, but they do not always make you happy, at least not in the long term. While this does not exclude you from enjoying the financial items you appreciate, the objective is to not link your happiness with them or make them your main way of reaching it. Our degree of enjoyment and enthusiasm drops linearly when we possess something for a time. Allow anything you possess or purchase to be nothing more than a tool to make your life simpler, more convenient, and more productive. Concentrating on good and constructive activities may allow you to feel greater happiness and delight, whilst focusing on negativity has the reverse effect. Moving on to the discussion of the last quote of today's video, "Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears." This is a famous Stoic quote. It begs us to reject your feeling of betrayal. This, in turn, causes the damage to go. That may not make as much sense when it comes to bodily ailments, but it is bang on when it comes to damage to the ego, senses, or psyche. When you are insulted, it is simple to grow enraged, but if you reject the insult, the pain of it quickly fades. How much would it hurt if you were dubbed a scruffy-looking nerf-herder? It wouldn't, mostly because there isn't one. Thus, it has no bite. What if you handled all insults the same way? When you have peace of mind, you are quiet and serene, and nothing in the outer world can worry you. Even inside yourself, everything is calm and in order. Sounds nice, but is it feasible in today's fast-paced world? It is possible, or at least I have done it. I believe you can as well. It may just be for a few seconds here and there throughout a hectic week, but with practice, it may become your normal condition. Goals must be set, right? Having peace of mind offers a lot of pleasure and confidence of purpose. It aids by promoting mental clarity and inner tranquility. Is this anything you could be interested in? Even if you don't get there anytime soon, we feel it is a wonderfully valuable and desirable objective. And that's all for today's video. We hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.